Hey, One Piece fans, it's Chris Bolts coming in with another One Piece recap and review video. This one was as exciting as I thought it would be. But before I get into the content, remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so you'll be notified when I go live or post a video like this one. Now, the title of this one is A Clash of Two Men's Determination, Kizaru and Sentomaru, and they get right off into it. As you can see, they are just going at it. They are fighting. Kizaru says that little Sentomaru, his nephew, is as monstrous as ever. And they're fighting. We also go ahead and see that the Navy is also starting to activate itself. They're getting ready to fight the pacifistas and the sea beast weapons. You see this pacifista right here getting ready to launch a laser at them. The Navy is firing their cannons at them, and they're making contact. And the vice admirals are going into action right here. Let me go ahead, and you see that the Navy is scared as a sea beast weapon. It goes in and comes in. Let me go ahead and put that on mute because we don't want to get any type of copyright strikes from Toei or anything like that. They're going in, they're active. You see that the sea beast weapon, these things are devastating. They're destroying Navy ships left and right. We have this guy coming in. He is a vice admiral himself. He takes out one of them in one punch. He says he had a steampunk. There are so many vice admirals there. Let me see if I can go ahead and get the names of each ones that are just listed there. Hold on one moment here. I'm looking this up on the One Piece wiki fandom. Well, let's see what we got here. The ones that look like they were on the island. Let me go back. They showed some of them active here. Let's see. The one that has that steampunk arm, his name is Red King. He's the one that hit that guy. And then we got a couple right here. There we go. We have two right here. This one on the old granny looking one with the big eyes, her name is Bluegrass, and a very cute one right here. This is one thing I like about One Piece. One Piece knows how to draw both ugly women and beautiful women. And Eiichiro Oda, he gives each one of them, makes them unique, gives them their own personality, and you fall in love with each one of them, whether they're ugly or beautiful. The beautiful one right here is Doll, and she is a doll. Look at that. So Blueberry and Doll, they complement one another. And then we got another look right here. Here's the Straw Hat crew. They are in disarray because Kizaru, they are now aware of Kizaru being on the island. And we all remember what happened to the Straw Hat crew as to why they had to go on a 2-year hiatus. Basically, Kizaru handed them their ass on Sabaody Archipelago. And of course, we know that at that point in time, Luffy himself was participating in the war at Marineford. And all of them were severely underpowered. That's when Luffy made the decision that he wants to call off going to the New World off and say, hey, we got to train for 2 years to get stronger, to be able to handle these monsters. But even now, even after this time, they are still afraid of Kizaru because Kizaru is a absolute beast. And Vegapunk, Stella Vegapunk right here, he is distraught because he doesn't want his friend to be fighting. Actually, both men are his friends, and Stella, and obviously not by blood relation or anything like that, but Sentomaru is Kizaru's nephew, and both men have to be impacted. We see right here that Stella says, hey, this battle is too cruel. He wouldn't blame Sentomaru for running away. But we know that Sentomaru is not going to run away because he has his own principles. He made a promise to Stella all those years ago that he would protect him. And he also went and looked at, and we'll see right here, this is a young Stella Vegapunk. There's the young Sentomaru. Over here in the corner, we have Kizaru probably as a vice admiral at the time. They were called to they were dispatched to take out these bears, but find out that it was young Sentomaru who did that. So this in this flashback, this is the flashback where Sentomaru was basically kicked out of his village, but he's trying to be a tough little kid. Says, I need money because I'm not hungry, and that's when Stella Vegapunk right here says, hey, you're going to go ahead and let me go ahead and become my bodyguard. Kid, do you want to become my bodyguard? He asks. And of course, young Sentomaru says, are you gonna hire me? I'll do it. And then he asks, and this flashback, I don't know if it's probably both men's flashback, because you see Kizaru right here. Yeah, and this has to hurt Kizaru that he's taking on his nephew, his student. I did my best to teach you. And it's because he taught Sentomaru how to increase his defensive power, but this is when he takes a punch from Sentomaru. But Kizaru says, "Nah, you know what? My defense is even more impeccable." And this is where he just lands one of his strongest strikes against Sentomaru, sends him crashing into the earth, puts him out cold. And that's when Kizaru comes down. You can see the distraught pain in his face as he's looking down. I like this shot right here of Kizaru as he's looking out. He's just looking at all the destruction that he had just taken and affected in this entire area right here. And so yeah, this shot right here, it just means it just tells an entire story of everything's going on. And that's Kizaru then takes control of all the pacifistas, because Sentomaru's out, and the next in line to be able to command them would be the I think the vice admirals come after Sentomaru. Although Sentomaru himself is a vice admiral, I think he is he a vice admiral? I think he is a vice admiral, but anyways, above that is vice admirals, and above them is the admirals. And since Kizaru now has control of the pacifistas, I don't think that thing is going anywhere. So he's giving them that command. The pacifistas are now turning against the sea beast weapons and attacking them. So now they basically got control of all the defenses on the island. And then right here we go back to Saint Saturn, who says that between the sea beast weapons and the pacifistas, we will choose the pacifistas. And this is where everything just starts going to hell. Stella Vegapunk is upset himself because Sentomaru lost. They're gonna keep working hard to try to bust through the code that York had set on that computer to deactivate the system so that they can escape. But now he makes another realization about Kizaru. So Vegapunk says Kizaru is light itself, and that he can go inside, get inside the defenses. This is Usopp saying right there, we were once beaten badly by him. Yeah, he's just one man. He is terrifying. And got the Punk records right there. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward a little bit more. And this is right here. It says Kizaru has penetrated the dome. So he is now inside Punk Records with all of the protect at any cost. Punk Records, York, and ideally one's good friend, but he is there that he has to kill Dr. Vegapunk, because they cannot let the history of the Void Century get out. Dr. Vegapunk knows too much, and so he has got to go ahead and do that. And that's when Vegapunk says he won't deactivate the barrier. Here's Stella. Stella realizes something is about to happen, and she drops her cup. You see her bleeding right there from the mouth, and you see one Rob Lucci standing over her. Rob Lucci had fingered Stussy in the gut. Now that sounds really bad considering the picture that's on there right there, but that's exactly what happened. Rob Lucci, using one of his 6 powers, he fingered Stussy in the gut. Don't know if she survived or not because he made sure to drill that finger into her gut there. And suddenly decided that he needed to go ahead and activate. He betrayed his friend Kaku, and he was going to go after Vegapunk again, but that's when Zoro jumped in and stopped the attack from Lucci, and these 2 men are now engaged. Zoro is successful in pushing Lucci out into the outside, where they're obviously going to go and get into a battle. See, they're getting ready to fight and everything, and then lastly, it ends on this giant cliffhanger. We see Luffy swinging out, and he's going to get ready to go ahead and meet Kizaru right here, and we see he lands on his feet. He stands right toe to toe with Kizaru, and he interrupts him right there. Doesn't even go into a gear. He just flies right at Kizaru, kicks him, and of course it lands because we all know that Luffy is far stronger than what he is. That's rude what Kizaru says. And Luffy says, hey, we're 100 times stronger than we were 2 years ago. And it ends. And that's how it is. I tell you, that's how it ends. That was a fire episode. We got action from beginning to end. Sorry for our young lad Sentomaru. Unfortunately, he lost out to his uncle Kizaru. Kizaru penetrated the base, is on his way to take out Dr. Vegapunk, who almost got taken out by Rob Lucci, and unfortunately the beautiful Stussy got in the way to stop him. And actually, no, we shouldn't say unfortunately, we should say fortunately. She got in the way to stop that from happening. Definite 9 out of 10 out of this one. And the next episode coming up, 1126, Looming Despair, Admiral Kizaru's depressing mission. We know he doesn't want to really kill his friend, but he has to. But he's a Navy man. He's a Navy man through and through. So he's got to do his mission. But again, 9 out of 10 for me. I really love this episode. What about you guys? Jump down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And remember to like, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, all that good stuff, so you'll be notified when I post another One Piece recap and review. This is Chris Boltz signing out, and I will catch you in the next video. You guys take it easy.